Stupid rest mode.
Back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That took longer than I thought, but when Mom came home, I stopped doing dishes and talked shop for a little while. It was a crazy day for customers at work. Holy fuck. There. Like, it's not that hard.
Ew.
I mean, you're 2 months behind. No, we're not going to make arrangements on that. And some of them are even worse. Like, in Ohio, sometimes they can end up being like 6 months behind by staggering the arrangements in the right way. And at that point, it's just like, no, we're not going to make any more arrangements because you haven't paid in 6 months. Anyway, unless you already connected? I didn't see.
No. I'm watching a thing really quick. How far am I? Okay, it's not very far.
Talk to what's his nuts, right?
Yeah.
That's not the right way.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
I was doing that anyway.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier.
Tongue it.
The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
That's a word I actually don't
This
know.
must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
First off, just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you have to use big-ass words. Second off, word of the day. Vertiginous, causing vertigo, especially by being extremely high or steep. I'm a living
There is an
paradox.
absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
That's a bad name. I'm not calling you Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Oh,
Very
baby.
well. I have a task for you, Jonathan.
Come on.
Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents
Hey.
outside, tending the sick.
It's not
You
nice.
can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
I
Accepted.
need you two to love each other.
I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Abraham, I haven't seen you hiss in ever. Ever since I got you, I've never seen you hiss. It's just a kitten. It's just a kitten, little guy. Yeah, be nice. Be nice to your little sister. I know she's yelled at you a couple times, but she's fine. It's okay. Anyway, I'ma steal your literature. It's gotta be a hint. Yeah. Rare species of vampires.
Econs.
A lupine type.
Cool cards.
That makes me think of that kind of makes me think more of the Underworld. Like, did you see the Underworld movies?
And you're basically right about what they look like too.
That's a hint for Strickland. Okay, so I need to check on Strickland and Rakesh. At least it seems fairly quick to progress through the dialogue stuff for this place. Am I in the right place? No, that goes back to the damn... Fuck. What I would give for a mini-map.
It never ceases to amaze me.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fine.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Oh wait, I have shit to sell.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Please show me what you have to say.
Of course.
What are you
It's just
doing?
trinkets
I'm
and
trying to
curios,
skip.
really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
It might be square.
Well, it all says can be recycled into components.
Yeah, I think you have to do that at your table.
Alright, let's go recycle.
Oh, go, just so you know, there's a shortcut to get to your room from outside. Go, like, yeah, go... Okay. Look straight, please. Please, look where
Oh.
you're going, Ducky.
Oh.
Go right, go right. Or, actually, yeah, that's the way I think. There you are.
$25 vials from a bottle of cheap gin.
I think that just makes one. Ducky.
Oh, okay, that's how much I have. I was like, shit. Okay, what can I craft?
Yeah, you need fatigue stuff.
I have some. Sweet.
Oh, good. You got one. You need two of them. I think it said you needed just two more of those ferrous phosphates or whatever. Tartrate or whatever. Hell yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Absorb 2.5 blood points. Ooh, that could be nice too. But I don't know. I feel like I do pretty well with the biting combat.
Yeah, because, if you do that, I mean, you have the secondary weapon absorbs blood too. So it's like, it absorbs blood and then you can suck the blood, so...
I mean, the whole point of it is to stun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I needed to talk to the little strapping guy.
Strapping guy. Oh, Strickland?
Yeah. That's the one. Out of my way!
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Have you heard any talk
Oh,
of
I guess I need to
blackmail
ask
going on
everybody
in the
about
hospital?
blackmail,
If you're running
huh?
some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail in this hospital?
No?
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the
Oh, wait.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Have you heard rumors of blackmail going on in this hospital?
Dr. Reed, are you trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just curious.
Well, go be curious somewhere else, please.
Bitch.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Get out of my way, Mrs. Goswick.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I have to go now.
It says I unlocked a hint from her.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you heard talk of any blackmail here at the hospital?
No, nothing.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddy.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
I'm quite busy.
Have you heard about any blackmail going on in this hospital?
Blackmail? Nonsense.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, right, you're recovering and you need the medicine. Okay. So I did only just need one.
Oh, I didn't realize you made another one.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I can't even
nurse.
ask her about
Call
it.
me if you need assistance. Good evening. Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Doc.
Boy?
Good evening.
Doctor?
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive.
I forgot I
to
hadn't
me.
talked to this guy.
More interesting, one way or another.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff.
Wow.
But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
Fuck you.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton, I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on,
Maybe I
Dr.
should have eaten
Reed.
him.
The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
I'm gonna eat him.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad, I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
Do you want it back?
I don't need it here, but if you'd be kind enough to bring it to me, I'd be really grateful.
A grateful Clay Cox? I might just find your knife and bring it back to you to see that happen.
I can give you directions, but I'd be surprised if you managed to find it. My hideout isn't meant to be found easily.
Right.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Please, I feel sick.
Oh,
Get over
right.
here now. Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Bitch, how?
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
I mean, his bar is full. I could kill him.
Hey, Doc.
Come along, sir. I've decided you're an asshole.
You can't just die like this.
Also, this is not suspicious at all.
Right. Well, there is a trail leading you where you should go.
I killed, extorted, stole. Now I die. Fuck it. I live the way I wanted.
Consequences? What kind of consequences would he have?
How if I know? Oh, actually, I have an idea.
Well, I hope it's not drastic.
Turn to the right really quick. Turn around. Go straight. Don't go down. Just straight. I wonder if this was... Oh, no, never mind. You don't want to go that way. Nope.
Book it.
I just realized where we were going and I was like, no.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Huh. She's rather sympathetic for a vampire.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
Harriet Jones,
I'll
Prime
meet that
Minister.
woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Harriet Jones.
Liars and thieves. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones?
Prime Minister.
Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off, they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Stuff.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Nurse Brannigan. Nurse Brannigan. Where are ya?
Good evening, Nurse
Start with her.
Good
She's
evening,
harder to
Dr.
find.
Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will
You're
end up
kind
in
of going
hell soon
backwards,
enough.
Ducky, because
Who
the guy
cares
that they're
if a
talking
nurse
about
finds
is
some happiness
the guy
where she
hooking up
can?
with her.
Is it?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What are you looking at?
Well then.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work
my
here
goodness.
all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Never heard of such a thing.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
What the fuck is this bitch? Like, seriously, did she just like delete herself from existence?
Who are you talking about?
Miss Crane.
Crane.
Dorothy?
I think she's out in the front. Hey, go ahead.
Hey,
I think
Sparky.
she's out in the front, probably near... Uh-oh. What's that? You have to find the proper spot to go spy on him.
Yeah. Where is it though?
Well, I would follow him for one. Probably after he closes. Oh, there it is. Oh, do you have to be outside?
I guess so.
Well, look at that. Uh-oh. Is he giving himself adrenaline?
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time? That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
That's why he doesn't sleep.
He needs to. I didn't even know it was a thing up there. So what are you doing, Kai?
Just playing Apex. I'm waiting for our last teammate to die, because they got an 11 kill game and I want to take a screenshot of the banner.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any...
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
I understand the gesture, Doctor. An immediate answer to an emergency situation, but this can't be a long-term solution.
Thank you for your understanding, my dear colleague. And be assured, I have total control of my consumption.
I'm sure you do. They all
Goodbye,
say.
Dr. Tibbets.
Right. Still can't find this ugly bitch.
I think she's by the docks, like where I said that you could. Yes, that's exactly where she is. Yeah. Once you go down the steps to the docks area, you'll see her walking. But you have to spy on her, and that's how you can get through it. Yay for remembering.
Oh my god, it would have taken me forever.
Yeah, it's by Newton. She's speaking to someone. Yeah, see, now it's telling you about eavesdropping, even though you've already done that. It's behind you, Ducky. Over there.
Oh.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Your trousers are funny.
And he's 12.
So now
11 kills.
you should have a chance to rescue that guy, which is cool.
Still doesn't show it.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Should have done that first.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't want to give you too much advice. Marble. Thank you.
Down here, I assume?
Yep. Although whenever you get to the important one that I said that changes a lot of things, I'm gonna put my hands down on it and just be like, trust me, you don't want to fuck this up. Because it fucked my game up pretty bad. I'll give you advice now, and I'll give you advice later. Get everything you can on Dorothy.
Dorothy seems sketchy to me.
Hmm?
So Dorothy seems sketchy to me.
A little.
I can't tell if she's good or bad. Yeah, there's just random medical supplies lying around. How come that blood doesn't highlight?
Because it's not fresh, probably.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
What man?
Oh, no, no, no. No.
Oh, this is like literally just a big fucking circle. Where's that guy? Like, I mean, it sounds like he's up there.
Follow the trail of blood? Okay. Go back. Because I don't remember. Okay, going up is... Look around, look up. Alright, look down, I guess? I don't know. Just do your thing.
That's so weird. Whoa! Accidentally fucking hit the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think that might be the way. Okay, that's how they die. So, like, for instance, if you heard him, like, and you didn't go to save him, and you slept the next day, they would die.
I can't breathe.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Also, don't mind the fact that I just threw a fucking blood spear at people.
Right. Amazingly, they just don't notice that stuff.
Yeah. I wish they had maps for these places. I mean, they kinda do, but those lead out, right? Yeah.
Yep. Wow, excuse me.
Nice one.
Yeah, I don't think it's that way. It's gonna be that way. Yeah.
That's the proper way to go, I guess. That's where I came from. Ah! Why does biting do more damage than fucking my weapon? That's weird.
No idea. Spell line stuff. Interesting.
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
What about the box?
Oh wait, can I teleport back up?
Yeah, I'm 100% positive you will. They don't strand you out here.
Oh wait, that's where the boss fight is.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, well, you might actually want to sleep for once. Oh, it's to the boss fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I have 4,000 fucking experience. I'm gonna go sleep.